I am in my journaling era. Over the past few days, I've been designing and creating my perfect book journal for 2024. I'm bringing you guys along throughout the process, how I did it, the inspo, and basically my whole journey of creating this amazing book journal that I'm so happy to finally have for the year of 2024. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian, and as you can tell from the intro of this video, I made a book journal for 2024. And yes, I know. It is almost March and I'm starting this now. I'm extremely late, but I was so sick of feeling left out and I wanted to create a book journal since January. I just didn't know if I wanted to commit to it and have it for the year. But then I just kept seeing TikToks on TikToks and my Pinterest feed was filled with it and all my favorite booktubers were having a book journal and I just wanted one so bad because I feel like it could be so much fun. And let me tell you, it was one of the best decisions ever because I am now obsessed with this. 4 days later and it is finally done and I'm so excited to show you guys the overall result. I did film the process of me making this journal, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I made it with each spread. We have lots of different spreads in here and just kind of explaining to you guys my thought processes and why I wanted to have that spread in my book journal in case you guys want to make one. If you guys already did make one and there's maybe some spreads in here or ideas that you want to add to your existing journal, or you can join late like me and make one now. You guys are going to see throughout the time lapses that even though I did start this at the end of February, I did still include all my January reads. I still included everything from January and February. I basically just caught up to the present now, which I'll start my March spreads, my March reads, everything like that. So I just wanted to clear everything in case there was a little bit of confusion because I know it's kind of all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoy the process and then I'll give you guys the overall journal tour. Don't mind the tape. My phone doesn't fit in it, okay? We're just gonna ignore it. Let's get this reading journal started. Because I'm an iPad kid, I watch so much YouTube while doing this, but I started off with my Muji pen with my cover page, and this cover page was kind of just random. I wanted it to be really aesthetic, but at the same time eye-catching, so I just ended up writing reading journal on the side after I printed out some Pinterest photos and a picture of myself. This is me testing some colors, but obviously I went with pink. And I really love the contrast of this all, how it's like bubble letters and then just some nice simple cursive. The next page I knew that I wanted it to be my rating system and my reading goals. For my rating system, I wanted the titles to be super bold and just black and then add my color around it. So that's exactly what I did. The bubble letters were giving me a hard time, I'm not gonna lie. Normally I struggle with drawing bubble letters, so this was a process, but you know, I really liked how it ended up turning out in the end, thankfully. Enjoy this lovely clip of me failing to show you the pen I was using. Besides that fail, this is a white gel pen and I basically just wanted to add little tiny highlights into the bubble letters to make it look balloon-like, but it was also giving me such a hard time. So I basically just moved on and I color matched all my star ratings, and obviously I went with another pink theme. Are we surprised? Probably not, but the contrast of this was so cute. I'm absolutely in love with it. Yeah, it was a struggle. So sad. But after I just continued my reading goals, which once again, I wanted to do a black caption for this one, just make it super simple with big blocky letters. A quick little tip I have for you guys to make this look super neat is I went in and outlined everything in my Muji pen, and then I took just like a regular black gel pen and colored it in with like a thicker pen. Next up is my book tracker page. This is super simple, but I love how this turned out because it's gonna look so good when I color in everything depending on the star rating of each book I read. I think this is just such a cool idea for a spread, and I highly recommend you all do it for your reading journal. actually lost a time lapse of me doing this next spread, but it's my bookshelf spread basically. I found so many inspo ideas on Pinterest for this specifically, and I just kind of combined them all to make it my own and just adding my own personality to it. And I absolutely love the little TBR card that I added, and over time I'm so excited to write in the titles of the spines and color in each book depending on their star rating. It's just gonna look so cool when it's filled in once again, but this spread is personally one of my favorites and was the most fun to make. This series tracker is crucial for my reading journal. I love how simple I kept this spread. I just want it to look super clean, but keep the block letters, add some pink, add some color, and this will hopefully motivate me to finish the series that I start, because I have a bad habit of not doing that. I basically just outlined everything in black, made my block letters for the title look a little bit more 3D, and then I just highlighted each different series a different color. The next spread is my 5-star reads, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I decided to go for the cursive look for the title. Moving right forward, we have my Kindle TBR list. This one is definitely a different spread, but I think it will be really useful throughout the year to remember the books that I want to read on Kindle Unlimited. So then I have endless options and I can keep track of all the books that I genuinely want to read over there. For this, I just created a little bit of a table with numbers and the dates that I read it, the rating, the book title, everything. Just keep it super simple, not too complicated. I also wanted to include some book challenge spreads, so this is my book bingo. I loved this idea on Pinterest and I actually took it directly from a pin, so credits go to that. But I loved this spread as well. Just the idea of getting to play bingo with books, that just seems so fun. Another little tip that I have for you guys, if you don't want your highlighters to bleed through and make like a black outline or smudge, I would highlight everything or color everything before you outline it all in black, so it makes it look cleaner and you won't have any black smudge marks. Another popular fun little book challenge is the alphabet challenge. I've seen so many TikToks with this spread and I wanted to put it in my own book journal, so that's exactly what I did. And this one was kind of hard to fit all the letters in, but I think it turned out okay. I just made little tiny blocks as little books to put each letter in, and then I colored it in various different purples so we could switch it up from the pink for once. Jumping around a little bit, the next spread that I did was my January cover page. I wanted to have a cover page at the beginning of every single month before I put my reviews, and this was actually really cute because I was on live with you guys on YouTube. It kept me entertained while I was filming this, but say hi everyone. Oh my gosh, this was so fun. I'm definitely gonna do more lives coming in the future, so make sure you stay tuned. With how popular bows are right now, I loved this spread that I saw for like a January bullet journal type of thing, and I wanted to include it in my reading journal. I thought it could be so cute with all the different shades of pink, obviously, and I just love how this turned out. This is probably my favorite page overall in my whole journal. Next up is my monthly favorites book spread. I I can't wait to print out every single book cover and put this on my little spread for each month, especially because I didn't end up doing a favorite book of the year bracket, so this is kind of making up for that. And for my last yearly spread, I made a DNF graveyard. Look at how cool this is. This is such a smart idea with the little gravestones, and I can print the little book covers and put it on the gravestone. Like, this book is dead to me. I ended up outlining all the tombstones in a black marker instead of my thin light pen because I really wanted them to stand out. And then after that, I went in with my small little tiny pen and added a little bit of dimension to them. Just a little bit of detail, you know. I also should have added some grass. I meant to, but completely forgot. And then this is just the general overview of how I wanted to set up my monthly review spreads, because I just wanted to put the little book cover, add a few statistics onto it, and call it a day. This monthly cover page for February was so fitting considering it's Valentine's Day. Had to add some hearts into it, of course, and I just love how this stands out so well. I would say for majority of my journal, I stuck to the same color palette of just those pinks because honestly, I wanted to keep a theme going, but then again, add some pops of color here and there so it would all kind of match a little bit. Okay, now for the journal tour, because I'm just so happy with this, you guys. Like, I can tell you right now that it was a lot of work setting it up, but now that it is done and I've already started filling in the reads from this year so far, it's looking gorgeous. For the journal tour, I am gonna show it to you guys blank. All the spreads are blank. I didn't fill out anything or cross out anything from this year. They're just kind of like a blank canvas right now, just in case you guys want to screenshot or take any ideas for yourself and you don't want my coloring and my books in the spreads, you know? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you guys this. So when we open up my journal, there's obviously a contents page, and I didn't really know what to do with this contents page. It's different from my other journal that I have. I don't know if I'm gonna like stick to that throughout like the whole thing, but there's a few pages of that along with a key, which I probably won't use. But then it comes to my cover page, and I'm so obsessed with this, you guys. I was going back and forth on what I kind of wanted to do for this cover page, but I knew I wanted to be Pinterest-esque. Obviously, I wanted to include a photo of me with some books because obviously it's my book journal, and then I didn't really know where to put the title, so I just ended up putting it right on the side. And you're gonna realize in this whole journal is that I wanted to make it colorful. I wanted to have lots of popping colors, make each page different, but as I was starting to design this, the pink just got the best of me, and this journal is definitely pink themed. So giving you guys a heads up now, a lot of it is just pink. Over on the next page, on the left, I have my rating system. I tried drawing stars so many times, you guys, and I just ended up having to print them because it didn't look how I wanted. On my rating system, we have different shades of pink going all the way down, and then for the last color, I just wanted to do gray for the 1 star. I don't know, felt like it could be kind of fun. So for the 5 stars, that's obviously my everything. It lives rent-free in my head. These are like perfection. There's nothing wrong with these books, and I will forever remember them. My 4 stars, it was great. We loved her, you know, she was a good read, but she wasn't perfect. My 3 stars was good but not great. Hashtag meh. Like, I read it was okay. There's nothing really more about it. 2 stars is already forgot about it, not good. These are books that I don't really recommend to you guys. I kind of wish that I never read, etc, etc. And then 1 star is waste of my time. Why didn't I DNF it? For my reading goals, I have a few, and after I complete a reading goal, I'll color in the boxes. So I just put 5 down. I want to read 75 books this year. I want to knock my physical TBR down to 50 books because I currently have like almost 80 on there, which is insane. Like, that needs to go down. Read at least 1 fantasy book this year. We all know how I feel about fantasy books. Read at least 10 books on Kindle Unlimited because I do have the subscription and I want to take advantage of that. And read 1 self-help book a month at least. Over on the right is my book tracker. I love this spread. I'm so excited to see all the colors once I start filling it in and stuff. So I just have the legend of my rating system at the bottom so I can color in the books based on like their rating. And I don't know, it's all shades of pink, so it looks super pretty. Flipping to the next page is my bookshelf page. So it's the books I read in 2024. I kind of combined a few different spreads from Pinterest that I found as inspiration, and I just kind of made it my own. But I really like how this page turned out. I think the books are so cute with the little TBR cart. I wanted to include that. I probably will add a little bit more shelf decor throughout. I just didn't really know what to put in the moment, but for right now I think it turned out really, really cute, and I'm so excited to like fill in the books with the titles on the spines. It's gonna be really cool. Next page is my series tracker. This was a must spread in my journal because I'm in the middle of so many series right now, as you guys can see from the page, and I left some room obviously to add more throughout the year because knowing me, I like to start a bunch of series and not finish them. So these are the series that I'm currently in the middle of. Some of them I'm almost done, some of them I only have read one book. This tracker page will hopefully hold me accountable and motivate me more to finish the series and color in the little boxes. The next page on the left is my 5-star favorites. I want to make it a goal for me in 2024 to not give 5 stars out so easily. So ideally I want to be able to only have this page in my journal for 5 stars, and hopefully it won't fill up because there's a lot of spaces here. I really like this page. I love the purple. I tried to include another color other than pink. On the right is just my Kindle TBR. I wanted to have this page because I always scroll through Kindle Unlimited. I'll see a book and I want to read it, but then I'll forget about it and then I'm never able to find it again, or it just like goes out of my brain. So I feel like having this and I can like write down a whole list of the books that I want to read right then and there, then I can look back at this and be like, oh, I wanted to read that on Kindle Unlimited, and then be able to actually read that book. The next page is a book bingo. I thought this was a really cool idea. I saw it on Pinterest and I did take this from someone else's pin directly, except I just wrote my own different prompts that I also found on Pinterest. And I feel like this will be cool, kind of motivating me to pick up books that maybe are out of my comfort zone or ones that I normally wouldn't pick up. I feel like this is just a good spread for that. And then I have my alphabet challenge. This one, I don't know why I colored the books purple. I should have done them pink because I don't really like how this one came out, just like how I colored them, but the little alphabet letters are supposed to be little books. It kind of failed, so we're just gonna roll with it, but I really like this idea of the alphabet challenge. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna fill it out with like XYZ. It's pretty hard to find a book with a Z title. I don't know, we're gonna have to see how it goes, see how much I can fill out at the end of the year. This spread is also another one of my favorites. It's my monthly favorites. I don't know what it is, but I like to have a visual of what my favorite book was every single month because I always think back to it, but I never have it visually written down. So I love how this page turned out. Once all the book covers are in at the end of the year, it's just gonna look so cool. And it's pink once again. Are we surprised? Probably not. The page on the left is my DNF graveyard. I do want to allow myself to DNF more books in 2024 if it's necessary and not sort of push myself to read a book I'm really, really not feeling and then potentially go into a slump. So I made a DNF graveyard and I think it's kind of cute. I mean, I can't really draw tombstones, but you know, I try my best and that's all that matters. I feel like I should have spaced it out a little bit more, but you know what? She's cute. She's still fun. And then this page is my favorite page of this whole journal. Once I saw this spread on Pinterest, I knew I had to do it in my reading journal. It's my January cover page. The bows are perfection. We all know the craze about bows right now, and I just want to draw them on everything. All these spreads and basically everything I do, I just want to put bows everywhere. So having this monthly spread of just different bows, it's so pretty to look at. Loved my January cover page. The blank pages are basically just specific books that I read throughout that month that I want to make a whole specific spread just on that book. I'll put some inspo photos on the screen of kind of like what I'm talking about, but for specifically this one, I want to do a spread for Beautiful Disaster because that is one of my favorite books of 2024 so far. So I want to have the book aesthetic printed out on the page. I want to print some quotes and put some of that there. So all the blank pages on my journal for right now are those specific spreads. So I have one for Beautiful Disaster and Kiss the Sky from January because those are like the two books that stood out to me that I wanted to do a specific spread for. Did that make any sense? I don't know, but we're just gonna gonna hope so. The next page are just my review pages, so I just titled it January reviews. I wanted this to be super simple, so then if I didn't feel like journaling too much, I wouldn't feel like it was a chore. So I just wanted to print out the covers and just write a few statistics on the sides just so I can look back and kind of have an overview of what I read that month. So I just like put the book cover, I wrote the book title, the author, the rating, the dates read, and the number of pages. So last month I read 7 books. Slay. Then we have my February cover page. Obviously February is almost done, but I love this little page because Valentine's Day, you know, I wanted to do something with hearts and love and all that fun stuff, and it's pink again. So it was like just really necessary. The next blank page is going to be Terms and Conditions. That was one of my favorite books I read in February. And then the next one is going to be Hot House Flower, which if you guys know, you know I'm obsessed with the Addicted/Calloway series. So I need to have a page for Rick and Daisy because they are just my everything. If you know, you know. And then obviously we just have my February reviews as well on both pages. So yeah, I read a lot of good books that month, and I just love the review pages, how simple it is compared to the rest of the journal. But that is so far all I have in my book journal. I feel like at the beginning of the book, that's more yearly spreads that will be filled in throughout the year, like the book tracker, the bookshelf, the book bingo, like everything like that. And then I feel like now for the remaining of the journal, it's just gonna be specific book spreads or just my monthly reviews, depending on how much I'm in the mood to actually journal and make these spreads and stuff like that. So I feel like it's just like a simple way to expand my love for reading, because I'm in my journaling era not only for book journaling but also having a personal journal on the side as well to hold all my memories and just kind of have it as like a venting outlet. So we're getting crafty this year and I'm absolutely loving it. It's a new hobby that genuinely brings me so much joy and kind of lets me bring my creativity out a little bit. So yeah, I'm so happy that I finally have a book journal after wanting one for literally so long. Now I finally get the hype, you know. So I really hope that you guys got something from this. If you guys have always wanted to start a reading journal and you guys didn't know where to start, or you just needed that little extra push, this is your sign to start one, because I'm telling you, I put a few of my friends on this and they absolutely have loved it ever since they started. So I'm telling you guys will not regret this. I'm telling you. You just gotta believe me. So that is my book journal setup for 2024. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below if you have a book journal or if you want one after watching this video. You know, I would love to know your guys' opinions on these types of things. And while you're down there, also don't forget to check out my Patreon to join my Patreon family, because we have so much fun over there, you guys. We have a blast. I post so many behind the scenes for them. They already saw my book journal before this video is even going up, because I told them first, I showed them first. They just get to see everything over there. Make sure you guys check that link so you guys don't miss out on things like that. But other than that, I really hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Reading journal. Should we do this one? This one's kind of fun. Maybe we'll do this one. That should be good enough. I just wanted to, I think this needs to dry before I can do the white highlights. Hopefully.